Technically Speaking. My name is Stephanie Turgeon. I'm the Student Services Coordinator here at Capital Area Technical Center. And I have a guest here today that's going to talk a little bit about her experience here at the Tech Center and what it's been like in her program. But I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Yeah, I'm Madison Jackson. I'm a junior at Coney High School, and I'm in the computer tech program right now.
Oh, excellent. We're going to learn more about computer tech today. Sounds great. Your instructor, Mr. Frazier, recently told me that you earned a certification. Tell us what certification you earned.
Oh yeah, I earned a PC Pro certification, which basically means that I can build a computer and it'll function when I'm done with it, and then I can troubleshoot that computer if there's any problems. And make sure software, like Google and all that, works.
Oh, excellent. Now, how did you go about earning that certification?
He came to us, like specific students, in about December, and let us know that he was thinking that we could earn our certification early. We're supposed to earn them in June, not January. He came to me and was like, I think you can do it, but it's your choice if you want to do it. And at first I was like, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I'm ready. But I thought it over Christmas vacation, and then when I came back in January, he came to me again, and I was like, yeah, let's give it a shot. Try to get it early. And I studied, and the day came, and I passed.
So you take a test?
Yeah. It's about a 2-hour-long test. It's 15 questions, and they're all like simulations. Like, there's a fake computer on there, and it'll be like, all right, there's something wrong with the computer. You need to find out what's wrong with it and fix it.
Oh, wow. We'd all like to have you at our house, I bet, when we get frustrated with our computers.
That's what my parents say.
Now, did you have an interest in computers before you took the class?
I've always been around technology when I was little. We had an at-home computer and stuff, but it was really video games that I was really into. I never thought about having it as a job, but in 9th grade, I was like, oh, there's an IT program in CATC. And it just kind of blossomed from there, and I was like, this could actually be something that I could go into.
Oh, very cool. And it's a great field, growing, good pay, good.
That's the best part, that there's always jobs out there. There's never like, oh, there's no room for me in this field. There's always new jobs opening.
Definitely, and probably stuff coming on the horizon that we can't even imagine yet.
Oh yeah,
in the tech field.
Like, he tells us that we have to start reading articles and stuff, because every day new things are being developed, new things are coming out that we don't even know about yet that could change how we look at computers.
Ah, yeah, great field. And so you recently, part of the class, had an opportunity to compete in Skills USA.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? And tell us about that experience.
It was we had multiple competitions. One was like building a computer and how fast you can put all the components together and make it boot, which is just it turning on and functioning. And another competition was his graduates came in, and they had computers, and they were like taking stuff out, but they wouldn't tell you what they took out. So you would have to go in and find out what they took out to make the computer work again.
Oh, and so is that what you did for
Yeah.
a competition? And what was that called, that competition?
We just called it troubleshooting.
Troubleshooting. Yeah. And how did you do in it?
I did okay. But we had an interview too. He actually got someone from a tech company to come and interview us, a part of like a help desk. Like, a help desk is people call in and they'll ask you tech questions if something's wrong on their end, and you have to basically solve those issues and help them with it. And I scored very, very well on that interview. I actually was first in the interview.
Okay, I can see why, because even when I'm talking to you, you're explaining things like, you know, you're not just, sometimes when I've worked with people in the IT field, they just throw out these words that I don't really understand what they mean, but you're like explaining things as we go along.
Yeah,
so
that's one of the concepts that we really learn in technology, is that we can't use big words. Because most people don't know the abbreviations we're talking about, because some of them go very deep and there's like layers to those things.
Oh, excellent. It sounds like that's great. And now you're going to the state competition.
Yes, in March.
And yes, and so you'll be doing troubleshooting at the state competition? Or?
I'm going up for security. There's 3 of us,
Oh.
including me, going up for security.
X3 from the class up here?
Mhm.
Okay, excellent. And then if you win at states in March, which is in Bangor,
Mm-hmm.
you advance on to the national competition?
Yep, Mr. Frazier said it's usually in Kentucky or somewhere down in the south usually. So he'll take us down there and we'll compete nationally.
Oh, that's exciting. Like, best of luck. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
So part of your class, I'm told, is learning how to hack people.
Oh yeah.
So from learning how to do this, are there some tips you can share to prevent people from getting hacked?
Oh yeah, it's really just like simple things, like making sure your password isn't like your first name or your last name or like 1234. You want it to be something that incorporates letters, numbers, and like exclamation points and like at symbols. Something that people aren't going to be like, oh, I know this immediately and I can get into your system immediately and fool around with it. But it's also just making sure everything's updated. Because like Windows, they're always putting out updates to make sure everything's more secure for their users. So it's also just that basis of just making sure that everything's okay.
All right, so having some passwords that aren't easily, and is it like software that's figuring out your passwords, or is it just people, like, or both, or?
We've done labs where we go in and actually crack people's passwords and find out. There are applications that will go through a word list where it has thousands of passwords on it that it could be your password, and it just makes the application go through every single just password and see if it cracks yours or not.
Wow, like common passwords,
like
that
123, or like people's random names will be like KC123. It'll go through all of those and see if that's your password.
Oh wow, so that's why you suggest the letters and number
Yes.
combinations, and okay, that makes good sense. So you coming back next year to the computer tech program?
Oh yeah, of course.
Excellent. Then what do you see down the road that you want to do? Do you know, or?
I'm thinking about going into security. I really like it, but we'll see. It's only my first year, and we go into networking in second year, like the internet and stuff and how you set that up and make sure that's safe too. Security and internet go hand in hand.
Oh, Madison, I just think you've got a bright future. I can't wait to hear how you do at the state competition. That's, and then I can't wait for you to come back to our school next year and see where you go from there. I'm so proud of all that you've accomplished this year.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking a minute out of class time to come down and talk to us about your program. And hopefully someone, heard about this and might know someone that might be interested. It's about time for students to be signing up for next year. And sounds like if you're interested in computers and extending your knowledge, that this is a great program.
Yeah, we'd love a lot of first years. I'd like to help when the first years come in next year. I'd like to sit there and help them. Because I liked our second years. You had Ezra on the show.
Yes.
They help us a lot.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I hope if you like this episode that you'll subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss anything happening here at Capital Area Technical Center in Augusta, Maine.